Hello YouTube. I want to start with a few terms that you should be familiar with unless you've been living under a rock. Um, Cap and trade, carbon footprint, carbon offsets. Let's start with cap and trade. What is that exactly? Somebody wrote on one of my videos that I didn't need to worry about cap and trade unless I make more than $250,000 a year, and I said, what? This person evidently, obviously, didn't know what they were talking about. So just for a refresher for you guys, cap and trade is a system whereby companies that produce a large carbon footprint, they either have to reduce their carbon footprint or they have to go to a company that has a very small carbon footprint and buy carbon offsets to reduce their carbon footprint. It doesn't really reduce their carbon footprint, it's just money being traded back and forth so that this company that's already environmentally friendly, whatever that means, gets money from this company that's not, and nothing changes. Okay? They either buy carbon offsets or they get taxed by the government, one or the other. The only thing that changes is money. Money changes hands from one company to the other company, and the companies that are being charged because they have too large of a carbon footprint, they're going to pass that charge on to you, the consumer. Now this includes every electric company that gets their electricity from gas, coal, natural gas, anything to do with fossil fuels. You will be taxed because you emit a carbon footprint, which means that your electric company, since they're getting taxed because they have such a high carbon footprint, they're going to pass that on to you. So you can expect your electric bill to go up about 50% in the next few years, and to be as big as perhaps 5 times what you're paying right now in 10 years. That's cap and trade in a nutshell. So all you people who think you're not going to be taxed, you think you're not going to be bothered by what Obama's doing with the economy, the first place you're going to see it is in your electric bill. And it's not just going to be the electric companies, because there are other companies that produce food and other products that we use. If they have a big carbon footprint, they're going to be taxed. And they are not going to swallow that reduction in profit. They are going to pass that cost on to the consumer. So your electric bill is going to go up, your groceries are going to go up, any appliances, anything you want to buy for your house is going to go up. Everything is going to go up, and so you are going to pay. Even though you don't make $250,000 a year, you're going to pay. Um, the biggest culprit, it seems to be, in our carbon footprint that we all are leaving everywhere we go, we're leaving this huge carbon footprint. The biggest culprit that they list is CO2. Now that's not carbon monoxide, that dangerous gas that builds up in your garage if you leave your vehicle running with the door closed and you could die. That's not CO2. That's CO2, the air you breathe. We are being taxed on the air we breathe. But you know the funny thing about CO2? We put out CO2 into the environment every time we breathe. This is my little bamboo plant. Isn't it cute? This little plant, it likes CO2. In fact, without CO2, it would die. You know, people say, my plants love it when I talk to them. They just seem to grow better. They just seem to do better when I just talk to them. You know why? Because you're breathing on them. They like it. They enjoy it. It won't kill them. In fact, it makes them grow. And you know what? When I breathe on them, it breathes out oxygen. Yeah, no kidding. I breathe in oxygen. It breathes out oxygen. It breathes in carbon dioxide, CO2. And I breathe out carbon dioxide. It's a symbiotic relationship. We love each other so much. We couldn't live without the other. And yet we're going to be taxed for the very air we breathe.